Now that it's spring, I'm really enjoying getting outside more, and it's annoying because my main site that I post things on doesn't love anything that could possibly be construed as public. So my phrasing is always really funny on there because you have to pretty much reiterate 5 different times of like, this is private land, this is me on private land, this is me doing this on private land. But really, all I want to do is go film in a forest with some pretty girls. So, if you're a pretty girl, say hi. I wanted to have a quick conversation about containment devices. So, one of the big things with them is I do, for long-term wear, heavily prefer metal. That's because with stainless steel, you can actually disinfect it, clean it properly. Plastic is going to get scratched up and harbour bacteria pretty much. Obviously, we don't want that anywhere near your special little region. So that would be my first tip. Go for metal every single time. Sizing wise, most are pretty flexible. Most metal ones will come with a few sizes of this back ring, which is really the only thing that is going to cause you any issues actually getting into your little container. And even when it is steel, you're still going to want a very thorough hygiene routine if you are planning on wearing it, longer term. Anything longer than a single little play session. So make sure the first accessory you get is some soap. Happy container wearing. So I think this is hugely important and honestly how I look at this entire situation when you're wearing one of these. Fantasies are really fun to indulge in, especially the sort of, oh my god, I can't get out, it's 100% under your control, like I have no power. Beautiful fantasy, not a great reality. Without an emergency key, what basically is going to happen is you're going to end up at the ER with a bolt cutter right there. And considering the part of your body that this bolt cutter will be near, you don't really want that. So instead, keeping a spare key is super important. One idea that I have heard is putting it into a little lockbox and then having the other person only have the combo to the lockbox that they can then give you in case of an emergency, but still the key is next to you, not on their person. But really, if you're not mature enough to see the difference between a fantasy and legitimate safety concerns, then you're not really mature enough to be messing around with any of this. What safety tips do you guys have, and what topics should I explore next? Let's talk about hygiene when wearing one of these. Really, there's nothing too complicated around it. Most of what you'll need is some soap and some water. Personally, I'd recommend, if you are wearing it daily or like as a consistent practice, I would wash things thoroughly with both soap and water in the shower, probably twice a day at least, just making sure to get inside any rings, maybe even take it off. I know for some people that's a controversial take because they're like, but I want you to never tell me to take it off. But sometimes if washing like this isn't enough, you're going to just need to get it out of the way. Drying is also about as important as washing, so you're going to want to really thoroughly dry it out. So get that towel, especially a nice fresh one. I don't want any gross, grossy towels, and give it a thorough drying. And after that, you can use some moisturizer, preferably something quite lightweight, not very heavily perfumed because it is a sensitive area. You don't want anything possibly irritating, just something very gentle that will keep things moist and smooth and not rubbing and cracking. Keep your little buddy safe in there. So this is a containment device. It contains things. You can put your coins in there. You can put candy in there. You could probably put, I don't know, you could probably fit about like one tie, like curl it up, put it in there, put it in your closet. Or you could put your